ఈజీ గోల్ వ్యూవర్స్ అందరికీ వెల్కమ్ అండి. సో 10th క్లాస్కి సంబంధించిన బయాలజీ క్లాసెస్ స్టార్ట్ అవ్వడం జరిగింది. సో ఇవాళ మన టాపిక్ మెకానిజం ఆఫ్ ఫోటోసింథసిస్. ఇట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్ ఇన్ న్యూట్రిషన్ లెసన్. సో టుడే వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ మెకానిజం ఆఫ్ ఫోటోసింథసిస్. సో రెగ్యులర్ బయాలజీ క్లాసెస్ కోసం ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, లైక్ చేయండి. అలాగే రెగ్యులర్గా క్లాసెస్ టాపర్స్ క్లాస్ అనే ఇంకొక ఛానల్లో కూడా రెగ్యులర్గా రావడం జరుగుతుంది. అది కూడా స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి రెగ్యులర్ క్లాసెస్ సంబంధించిన క్లాసెస్ మీరు చూడవచ్చు. సో ఇవాళ మన టాపిక్ మెకానిజం ఆఫ్ ఫోటోసింథసిస్. Photosynthesis, it is the one of the important process in which plants can prepare their own food by the help of simple inorganic materials. Sunlight energy means solar energy is converted into chemical energy by the help of simple inorganic substances and to form organic substances like sugar. So now mechanism of photosynthesis involves in two steps. One is a light reaction and the second one is dark reaction. First reaction is light reaction. So it is also called photochemical phase and also called light dependent reaction and Ilse reaction. So it has four names. Okay, light reaction, light dependent reaction, and photochemical phase and Ilse reaction. Photo means what? Light. Chemical means all the inorganic substances combine together and to form organic substances in the presence of light with the help of solar energy. So solar energy is converted into chemical energy. So and also called Ilse reaction. Why it is called Ilse reaction we will discuss. Okay, first light reaction and dark reaction. Photosynthesis is involved in two phases. One is the light reaction and the dark reaction. First reaction we will discuss now. Okay, light reaction. The reaction takes place in the presence of light only. In the presence of light. You know that chlorophyll pigment, green color pigment, which is present in the chloroplast, one of the cell organelle in plant cells. Chloroplast are the green color plastids which contain chlorophyll. Chlorophyll trap the solar energy. So photons are the smallest units of solar energy. So photons are the smallest units. Chlorophyll pigments, when they are exposed to the solar energy, so photons are trapped by the chlorophyll pigments. So by the help of photon energy, water is break down into hydrogen ions plus hydroxyl ions. Okay, water break down into hydrogen and hydroxyl ions by the help of photon energy. Photons are the smallest units of solar energy which are trapped by the chlorophyll pigments. When chlorophyll pigments are exposed to the solar energy, so the photons are absorbed by the chlorophyll pigments. Chlorophyll pigments, when they are absorbed the solar energy in the form of photon energy, with this photon energy, water in the cells, in plant cells, means in the cell organelles like chloroplast, water splitting into hydrogen ions and hydroxyl ions. Okay, the breaking down of water molecule into hydrogen and hydroxyl ions is called photolysis. Photolysis. Photo means what? Light. And lysis means breaking down. down. Okay, light, in the presence of light energy, so water break down into hydrogen ions and hydroxyl ions. This process is called photolysis. This reaction is discovered by Robin Hill. Robin Hill. So this reaction is called as Ilk's reaction. So it is also called Ilk's reaction. Robin Hill, in which year? 1937. 1937. Photolysis is discovered by Photolysis was discovered by Robin Hill in which year? 1937. So this reaction is also called Ilk's reaction. Okay, now, so water is breakdown into hydrogen ions and hydroxyl ions, and this process is called photolysis. In the presence of light, water splitting into hydrogen and hydroxyl ions, photolysis. So next, under series of several reactions, OH ions, to form water and oxygen under series of several reactions. Here OH ions, hydroxyl ions under series of several reactions to form water and oxygen. Okay, here for example, for hydroxyl ions, for hydroxyl ions to produce water and oxygen. For example, here four electrons are, so four hydroxyl ions, they loses four electrons and to form what? Four OH ions. Four OH ions. So four OH ions to form two H2O plus oxygen. Okay, here two hydrogen. Okay, two into two, four hydrogens, and here two hydrogens and here two hydrogens. Total four OH ions. So under series of several reactions, okay, OH ions, hydroxyl ions to form water and oxygen. Water and oxygen. Four OH ions are hydroxyl ions. So they lost electrons and form four hydroxyl ions. So four hydroxyl ions to form what? Water and oxygen. Water and oxygen. Water and oxygen. So here if you balance that equation, so here how many hydrogens are there? Two twos are four. Four hydrogens here, two oxygens, and here also two oxygen, total four OH ions. Okay, if you see very clearly, so here four hydroxyl ions are there. Four under series of several reactions, their OH ion is combined with another hydroxyl. OH ion is combined with another hydrogen to form H2O. And here also OH ion is combined with another hydrogen and to form H2O. So the free oxygen atom combined with another oxygen atom and to form oxygen. Oxygen. Total how many hydrogen? How many water molecules are formed? Two water molecules. Here one water molecule and here one water molecule and oxygen molecule. So two H2O plus oxygen. So during the photolysis, oxygen water is formed and also oxygen is liberated. Oxygen is entered into the atmosphere through stomata and water is utilized by the plants. Water is utilized by the plants. Okay, and what are the other products? Okay, if you see this diagram, this is a chloroplast, grana. So here sac like structures are present. They are called grana. So grana is the responsible for light reaction. Light reaction. It is the grana is the site of light reaction, and the stroma, the fluid part, the fluid filled part of chloroplast, it is the site of a dark reaction. Site of a dark reaction. So and it is also responsible for dark reaction. Stroma responsible for dark reaction and site of right site of light reaction. Okay, now what are the oscillatory powers of light reaction? ATP and NADP. Okay, ATP and NADPH are the oscillatory powers of light reaction. Okay, ATP, NADPH, oscillatory powers of light reaction. Here, under series of several reaction, hydroxyl ions to form water and oxygen. So, oxygen is liberated from the plant cells to outside through stomata to outside, from cells to outside through stomata, and the extra water is utilized by the plants, and remaining ions hydrogen ions which are hydrogen ions picked up by NADPH, NADP, NADP, and to form NADPH, NADP. Okay, NADP hydrogen ions picked up by NADP and to form NADPH, NADPH. So here NADPH and ATP are the assimilatory powers of light reaction. Assimilatory powers of light reaction. So NADPH and ATP are the assimilatory powers of light reaction. Okay, so ATP and NADP are the assimilatory powers of light reaction. Okay, hydrogen here NADPH. So NADPH means what? Nicotinamide dinucleotide, adenine dinucleotide phosphate and hydrogen. So NADPH and ATP are the assimilatory powers of light reaction. So next we will discuss about dark reaction. What is happening during dark reaction? So light reaction takes place only in the presence of light. It is also called light dependent reaction, photochemical phase, and also Hill's reaction. Why it is called Hill's reaction? The reaction is discovered by, so the one of the important process in a light reaction, photolysis, is discovered by Robin Hill. In which year? 1937. He was a Robin Hill, Britain biochemist. Okay, na? British biochemist. Robin Hill, British biochemist. So he was discovered that photolysis process in 1937. 1937. What are the end products of light reaction? ATP and NADPH are the assimilatory powers of light reaction. Now we will discuss about dark reaction. So dark reaction, it is also called biosynthetic phase and light independent phase and also Kelvin cycle. Already we have discussed about light reaction. Now we are going to discuss about the second phase of photosynthesis, light independent phase, and also called dark reaction, biosynthetic phase, and also called Kelvin cycle. The reaction is discovered by Melvin Kelvin, so it is called Kelvin cycle. So what is happening during dark reaction in chloroplast? Chloroplast is also called kitchen house of the cell, kitchen room of the cell, kitchen house of the cell. Why? Because most of the food is prepared in chloroplast. So chloroplast, it is also called kitchen room of the cell and kitchen house of the cell. Now we are going to discuss what is happening during dark reaction. Okay, the inorganic materials like sunlight, water, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide. Out of these raw materials, four raw materials, three raw materials are used up by the chloroplast during light reaction. Like sunlight is utilized, water is utilized, chlorophyll is also utilized. but the one of the raw material carbon dioxide is not utilized in light reaction. Now carbon dioxide play an important role, crucial role in a dark reaction. Carbon dioxide is combined with hydrogen ions with the help of ATP energy. ATP and NADPH are the assimilatory powers of light reaction. So carbon dioxide is combined with hydrogen ions and to form glucose. So with the help of NADP energy and ATP energy, so carbon dioxide is combined with hydrogen ions and to form what? Glucose. Glucose, the chemical name of glucose is C6H12O6, and glucose is the final product. Finally, glucose is produced in plant cell, and the extra glucose is stored in a different parts of the plant body, in roots, stems, leaves, flowers, and also fruits. So it is stored in different parts of the plant body in the form of starch. Extra glucose is stored. Okay, some of the glucose is utilized by the plant for their growth and development. The extra glucose is stored in a plant body in the form of starch. So, what are the other products? What are the other there are many intermediate compounds also involved, enzymes also involved during the formation of glucose. Certain compounds like RUBP, RUBP, okay, ribulose. So 1,5 biphosphate. Biphosphate is it is the one of the intermediate compound also involved during the dark reaction. Okay, other enzymes also involved. These are all during the formation of glucose from carbon dioxide to combined when carbon dioxide is combined with hydrogen to form glucose. Several intermediate products and enzymes also involved. One of the important product is compound is RUBP, ribulose 1,5 RUBP, ribulose 1,5 biphosphate. It is the one of the intermediary compound and other enzymes also involved during dark reaction. Finally, glucose is formed and extra glucose is stored into in the form of starch in the different parts of the plant body. Okay, and leaves, stems, roots, flowers, and also fruits. Different parts of the plant body, the extra glucose. Some of the glucose is utilized by the plant for their growth and development, and the extra glucose is stored in the different parts of the plant body in the form of starch. So this is about what dark reaction, biosynthetic phase, and also called light independent phase. Means what the reaction does not require light. Okay, without light, the reaction is takes place in plant body. Okay, even during the daytime, nighttime also it will be takes place, but it does not depend on light. And it is also called Kelvin cycle. Discovered by the reaction is discovered by Melvin Kelvin. So it is also called the Melvin Kelvin cycle. Mainly Kelvin cycle. So this is about what dark reaction. So photosynthesis mechanism of photosynthesis. Okay. Thanks for watching. Subscribe the channel, share the channel, and like the channel. Thank you. Thank you.